Well, you did a lot of a writing about Kanye and his current situation.
Okay.
So he's in Japan right now.
Yeah.
Allegedly working on an album completely by himself, producing it himself, rapping on himself, all in a hotel room.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I mean, it's not alleged. Kanye is living in Tokyo. He has a level of peace there that is not possible in America and some other places, as far as that is not a culture where they just talk to strangers. So he can walk around, go to a wrestling match, go to a restaurant, go to wherever he wants to go, and he's not sort of besieged. And the paparazzi thing that he gets into in LA and a little bit in New York does not happen. And he is living in a hotel, probably a pretty high-end hotel, but like the room where he sleeps is where they're making the album, and it's just him and an engineer. I think really importantly, he wants to be the sole producer on this album. And for a long time, I think it's been appropriate to view him as part of a team, right? Yes. Like Kanye has producers who are helping him on different things.
Writers.
He has rappers who are writers who are helping him with the lyrics, right? He makes a lot of decisions. He sets a big vision. He's obviously, just because you made a beat for me doesn't mean I didn't do it. I said yes to that beat, right? I mean, curating is an important
Executive
part
producer
of art.
Is the term, yeah.
But this time it's like, no, it's just me, right? I'm going to be on the machines. I'm going to be producing. I'm not taking ideas from other people. I'm going to be just writing. He might be the only rapper on the project. I think this sounds really interesting for someone who has not had a good album in several years.
This is true.
And,
Vultures was okay.
Vultures is okay. I mean, I say this is somebody who really loved the music for a long time.
Yeah.
Grew up with him, listening. I didn't grow up with him. I watched him grow up, right? And was into him from the first album. Somebody who has grown and changed musically in a really interesting way over time. But the last sort of batch of albums, that's 3-4 albums or so, been meh.
Yeah.
So I'm like, would love to see you make a compelling album. It would be an interesting challenge, right? If Kanye made a compelling album, because I am deeply offended by the many, many, many things that he has said and done over recent years. From slavery's a choice to all the Hitler stuff, the Nazi stuff, the Alex Jones stuff, all the general anti-Semitic stuff, which is not just what he said, but also he watched Kanye was right or is right become a right-wing meme, right? That the Nazis can just say that. They can say that in public, right? They can't say real Nazi stuff in public, but they can say that and people understand what they mean. And he did not come out and say, no, stop that immediately. Never did that, which is weird. So I don't know if I am prepared to just love a Kanye album. Right, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, but I'm sorry, he was offensive to Taylor Swift, right? It was rude, right? But it's
still
not
a great album, yeah.
It's not like praising Hitler, right? I was able to get past, he was rude and obnoxious to Taylor Swift in public, and then he makes this great album, right? This is you're pro-Hitler, you're anti-Semitic, you're saying all these kind of anti-black stuff, you're pro-Trump, and now you want me to just rock with your new album? I don't know if I can do that. I will listen to Kanye because I am curious about what he does. But I think as a journalist, I can listen to it and also hold in mind I'm offended by you personally. And so I'm assessing what you've done musically while also going yeah, but you're he still hasn't dealt with that stuff. Publicly, hey.
He has somewhat apologized. There was the, there's the Hebrew apology and stuff like that. He's somewhat touched on that.
That apology was super weak sauce.
Well,
and it was not. It didn't get anywhere near the level of hurt that a lot of people felt from years of multiple comments on multiple platforms. It wasn't a slip of the tongue. This is what I believe.
No, it was intentional.